back to my channel. Today I'm going to be discussing some of my favorite literary tropes, and typically these tropes are found mostly in young adult. I have quite a few literary tropes that I really love in young adult, and when done right, I feel like it adds so much more to the story, and it just adds more to the character and the plot line. Okay, so going with my favorite, and that is the chosen one trope. I love this trope so much, and the biggest example is Harry Potter. I love this trope even more when it has to do with like a magic. So basically, the premise of this trope is we have one person who is chosen to basically determine the fate of all of those around them. So, you know, like in Harry Potter, and I love it when, as I said, there's a magical element involved, and that kind of goes into trope number 2 that I really love, and that is when like we have our main character. They may not necessarily be the chosen one, but our main protagonist is just an ordinary character, and they find out that they have magical powers, or that they belong in a world that has like magic or like supernatural and stuff like that. Those two tropes together just make for such fantastic books. Some of my favorite series that have this, like I said, Harry Potter, Throne of Glass, the Mortal Instrument series has that. I will pick up a book just for those two tropes. The chosen one with a magical element. The next trope that I absolutely love is like a magical boarding school. I love it. I love when characters go away to a magical school, like to a school to learn magic. There's so much chaos happens, and one of my favorite things to read about is when the chosen one needs to develop their magical powers, and kind of that goes on with like trope number 2 that I discussed. When our main character needs to learn about their magical powers, they're often sent to a school and they lack parental guidance, and you know, sometimes the teachers are oblivious to what's going on and they just get into so much chaos. Harry Potter is a great example. Another good example is Hex Hall by Rachel Hawkins. Our main character is sent to like a magic boarding reform school to like for witches and like different supernatural creatures. Just the list is infinite, and I will, as I said, I will pick up a book just for that. The next trope is the hate to love relationship. I love when the main protagonist and their love interest have a hate to love relationship. Because it's not insta-love. I like seeing snarkiness and kind of animosity between two characters before they start to like really care for each other, because then, I don't know, it just adds to so much fun, and it just adds like a fun sort of like drama element. I love just seeing these characters go from being like bitter towards each other and then actually having like a romantic relationship. Next, I love the forbidden love trope. When it's done right, I really enjoy it, like the Romeo and Juliet type trope. And typically I like this more when it's like more in a supernatural setting. So like for example in Twilight, I think it's done really well. Like, you know, Edward's a vampire, Bella's human, so they have some sort of like forbidden love issues. I like that. A lot of times when you see in contemporary, like the forbidden love trope, it just doesn't really seem to work for me. Like it's just kind of drama to add drama. When it's like supernatural, when you're talking about like two species trying to you know, have a relationship, that's completely different, and I really love it. The next trope is the brooding male character trope. I love this one so much. When your main male protagonist is brooding and sarcastic and snarky and sassy, it just adds so much fun to the story and it adds so much to the character. I love it. And this is not to get confused with like the love interest that is mean. Like, I don't like it when the love interest is mean to our main female protagonist. I like it when they're like brooding and they're just kind of to themselves and they're dark and mysterious, but you know, not a total a-hole. And the last trope that I really love that is very, very predominant in young adult is when the main character loves to read and is very nerdy. I love that. Like, I know a lot of people think it's overdone, but I love it because it makes the character so relatable. Like, for example, in Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, I love the fact that Kath is obsessed with Simon Snow because I relate so much to my obsession to Harry Potter. And then she writes fan fiction and she loves to read, and I love that. Another series that I really like, not one of my favorite series, but I love this element to it, is the Lux series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Our main character, she loves to read and she has a reading blog. And I love that. I think it is so great just because I don't think it can be overrated or overdone, because I can't see reading being overrated or overdone. Alright guys, well that was it for my top favorite young adult tropes that I absolutely love. Comment down below and let me know if you agree or if you disagree. I love to hear what you guys have to say, and I will see you next time in another video. Bye!